The Wisconsin Economic Development Association is proud to introduce to you the CRA Network of Wisconsin, or Community Reinvestment Act Network. For those not familiar with the Economic Development Association, we've been around for 45 years. Of course, we advocate, we train and run conferences, and now with this new product, CRA Network, we're actually becoming a service provider to help facilitate projects. But let's look at advocacy. We advocate on public policy to make sure communities, as well as businesses, have the tools to grow within their local marketplace. We work with your local economic development organizations, your county, regional, and statewide entities. We also work with municipalities to make sure that they have tools to be effective partners in growing the local economy. With the Economic Development Academy, we actually provide local training, Economic Development 101 for local officials, to make sure that they understand what their opportunities are and how they can maximize that so that you as residents, you as financial institutions, can actually have the greatest return on that investment. And then finally, now with the CRA Network, we are actually looking at launching and becoming true partners in making projects happen so that community projects that might be difficult to finance can actually be advanced. So we've divided the state up into 6 different regions to make sure that your assessment areas and projects that you might see through this CRA Network pipeline can match. Let's give you an example of a case study from one of the first applications coming across our desk. It was a housing project, low to moderate income housing. So there was a construction loan, there was a permanent financing loan, as well as this one had WEDA housing tax credits. All 3 are CRA eligible. In addition, depending on the experience of the developer, technical assistance would need to be provided to make sure that they truly knew how to implement that project. So in advance of that going before the financial institutions, our regional meetings, we actually work with the regulatory agencies to make sure that we are vetting that project and giving you informed direction on how that might meet your CRA portfolio. So let's look at some other projects that might be part of the CRA network. Affordable housing, I just talked about. A daycare, small to medium-sized businesses, rural farms, as well as revitalization and stabilization. So membership in WEDA and the CRA network are one and the same. By joining the CRA network, you are a member of WEDA. So as part of the CRA network, in addition to the WEDA membership, you get 2 free regional meetings where you see the project pipeline. You have 2 free networking luncheons where you'll meet workforce, housing, economic development, Chamber of Commerce professionals, and making sure that your existing staff, as well as potentially new staff, can be building relationships. As you know, the churn of staffing is always going to be a challenge over the next decade. So on behalf of the Wisconsin Economic Development Association, we hope that you'll explore the CRA network and take advantage of the tools that are being developed on behalf of your community. You can learn more about the CRA network at cranetwork.org.